Alright, good morning everyone. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far. So far on the day for me, I did take one trade over on YUMA. Did get in right around here, right around this 305 mark. Sold some in the 330s, and in the rest I did break even on my position. I didn't want to hold into open, so close to my entry. Alright, sorry about that. I think I had myself playing on my other screen there. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I had one trade on Yuma, made about 500 bucks on it, and I'm definitely gonna be looking to reattack this thing if it sets on up today, when the market opens on up. So what do you guys know about Yuma? Yuma, what do we have here? Do have a former runner. See, he has gone on some nice rips in the past. See, I think I had some nice plays here. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. It's like at literally the worst time. Like something happens in my house, like someone comes to the door, or something like that, right as I start the stream. But hopefully we have no more interruptions. All right. So back to Yuma, former runner, low float. Yahoo has the float at 890K, so it's a lot lower than yesterday on FRAN. And what do you know we have here? Very similar to FRAN yesterday. We have 40% held by institutions, 15% held by insiders. So we do have a high number of institutional ownership, like we had yesterday on FRAN. So a little bit of a similar setup you see here. High institutional, very low float on YUMA this morning. The only thing that is a little concerning is that it did go on a recent spike here. You can see we had a 22 million volume day here back last month. 2 months ago, excuse me. Oh no, that was last month, my bad. So yeah, last month we did have a 22 million volume day, so we are gonna have some overhead resistance, coming on up as we get towards this $4 or $5 mark. So it's something just to keep in note on Yuma. The float is so low that it still could easily rip, but just something to keep in note of that there is gonna be some overhead supply on Yuma. So at open, we'll see how it sets on up. We're gonna have some pre-market resistance here at this $4 mark. We did have some trouble around this 350. Wanted to see this thing break over 350. I was going to take over that mark, but just had a lot of trouble to see 350, 350, 350. So we can map up that line at 350. So right here at 350, good enough. 349, 350. That'll be some resistance, and you can see we're gonna have some support. Did bounce here at this 280 mark. So if we do crack $3, we could watch it around 280. Below that, I'd probably say like this 270 line, probably like the line in the sand. That means like that's kind of the last line for the front side on Yuma. Below that is probably toast. So if we do crack three, could look for some dip buys around that 280 mark. Or if it cracks through, we could wait for it to reclaim and push. Right now it's at 325. Starting to push a little bit here as we come towards when the market opens. Best case scenario would be a weak open, reclaim on high volume. Boom, we could attack. That's going to be what I'll be looking for today on Yuma. Other than that, Yuma, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. Yep. Oh, you have yesterday's runner, FRAN. FRN, crazy move yesterday. This thing was just an absolute monster in pre-market, just an insane move. Then, throughout the day it was a chop fest. Just went sideways all day, and it looks like it waited after hours to really rip on up. Had highs of over 13 to hit, and that was pre-market today, but yesterday came out to this like 1250 area, and now since off those highs, it has been fading since. So what could we expect on FRAN today? It could really go either way on FRAN, but usually these gap ups, and especially it's doing some decent volume this morning. Sometimes these do. Usually these will have a secondary second day push. When we have this gap up overnight, so we could definitely see a day two move on FRAN. Not a setup I love to play. I don't love longing day twos that much, but it's definitely possible we could see this thing push even higher today on FRAN. This is not going to be my main focus right out of the gates. I may not even play this on FRAN, but I will definitely be watching it. These day twos, I much rather prefer to look for a short, but it's not looking like that today on FRAN. We're having a gap up, doing some pretty good volume pre-market, and as a high institutional ownership was easy to borrow yesterday. So with all those factors factoring in, I just don't see the short thesis on FRAN, especially with this gap up on high volume. So this thing could definitely push on FRAN. You could look for weak opens, dips off that $10 line for a curl back on up on FRAN. All right, let's see what do we got next. T2. T2 is another one. This one over on T2. The float's a little higher. The news is a little sketchy, but you got to be careful. It is a little bit higher in the institutional ownership. You can see almost at that 50% mark, but it does have some dilution. So we do have some conflicting factors here. These high float ATMs. Let me just see, double check. Yeah, these higher float ATMs. Sometimes they do offer some good short potential, but you could see it was looking very, very weak, and then all of a sudden 9 a.m. came, and then it started to push. I was see this volume here, very, very, very light. Until here, I was pretty convinced that I'd look for a short at the pass. But now, as 9 a.m. came, we started doing a much considerably higher volume. So we do got to be careful. It is a little bit higher institutional, but at the same time, it is a higher float with an ATM. So we'll definitely see how this one plays out. At the market opens. Other than that, we had excuse me, we had ABIO. Let's see, ABIO. Alright, so ABIO, this one did have this initial pop, gave back a lot of its gains. See, this was all on low volume. Now we're starting to slowly crawling up. Did a high volume bar here. Now it's trying to curl back over 7. So just another one. We'll see how this one plays out. Another one, low float. I think the news was a little sketchy on this one. Just some sort of meeting that they're having, presenting something. So the news wasn't that strong on ABIO. You can see, we can't ignore this though. It's a big time former runner, low float. So that being said, we can't sleep on it entirely on ABIO. This kind of the same price range that we saw FRAN yesterday. This $5-6 range, and then pushed over 10. So ABIO is one we can't sleep on today. We'll definitely be keeping it on watch. All right, that's gonna be it for the morning watches this morning. Rob, the today's top gapper is YUMA. Let's see, LXRX here. Does have a gap to fill. If I ever get over this 245 mark, he's trying to get over it now. does have a nice gap to fill here on LXRX. Floats a bit high, but you like that gap to fill. Just check out the float on Yahoo. Finviz. Just checking out the float real quick on the stock. Alright, so I am seeing 100 million here on Finviz. But you guys could see it just has this nice gap to fill all the way to $4. You could see there's no resistance between this 245 mark all the way to that $4 mark. Just wish the flow is a little bit lower, you know, at 100 million makes it a little bit tougher. You see 100% held by institutions on LXRX. Also do have EROS. This is one I like for a swing on EROS. Do like the daily chart on this one. You guys can see here the daily on this one. You know, it's building higher lows. You know, nice move off the lows here at $1. You know, now breaking over this $2 mark that it's been trading under for a good amount of time here, with some nice room to run up here on EROS. So this is one I'll possibly be watching off dips off that $2 mark to look for a possible swing, and at LXRX too. Depending on how this one closes off, I could look for a swing here as well. Just not entirely sure yet because that float is a little bit high. Short float 30%, not bad either. So I do want to look for a swing. I do want to get my other swing trading account going. And these aren't big swings either. Just smaller positions. Just playing around with that other account that I opened up. So LXRX and EROS are two swings that I'll potentially be eyeing down today. But alright, we got about 6 minutes to we open on up. Definitely excited for today. I think we have some good potential. YUMA, ABIO, FRAN. So we do have some nice gappers this morning that I'm pretty excited for. ADIL now, so we're having a lot of low floaters this morning. ADIL is a former runner. Corey, what's going on? Good morning. Oh yeah, thank you, Rob. I did want to bring that up. Yesterday I did record that video you guys asked for. It's really long. It's like 40 minutes. I apologize for making it so long. I didn't even know it was that long. It just flew by. And I didn't even realize either it was a live stream. So I know some people watched it live actually. So that was a mistake. I meant to record it as a video, but I did accidentally do it as a live stream. But you guys could check it out. It's called the Day Trading Process. Really good video. I haven't made a video like that in forever. So good educational video if you guys want to go check that out. I did receive some good feedback on it. For those who have watched it, did DM me and say they loved it. So if you guys have some free time at all, definitely go check that video out. Awesome. YUMA, ABIO long. YUMA. Yeah, I mean YUMA. I'm definitely bullish on the stock this morning on YUMA. We have to let it confirm with the price action, the volume. But I definitely do like this stock for a possible long this morning on YUMA. As far as ABIO, I'm not 100% convinced on this one yet so far. No bias on it at all, but I wouldn't short this one. Just because it's a former runner and the float's extremely low. So I probably won't be shorting ABIO, but as far as the long on this one, we have to see how it sets on up. Yeah, so definitely be a little careful on ABIO. Just, this one, we got to let it play out. I'm not liking the pre-market action so far on it. And the news, I think it was this one, the news was a little BS. I don't think it was that strong, the news on that one. So, yeah, this one will definitely be a little bit more cautious on. This one could be a possible pop and fade, but I'm probably not going to take that. But YUMA, definitely one I like much better. We'll definitely see how this one plays out at the Open. Definitely, this is going to be my main focus of the day, YUMA. You make sure you guys aren't focusing on like 5 or 6 plays. Make sure you could be focusing on 1 or 2 plays, and maybe you have like 2 other watches. That's kind of what I usually do. I have 4 charts up, so I can only watch 4 plays at once. So I have my main monitor, I have 2 charts, 2 level 2s. My other monitor, I have 2 charts, 2 level 2s, and then I have my broker. So, I only limit myself to watching 4 plays. I don't want to watch more than 4 plays. It just, I'm not a good multitasker, and I feel like it decreases my my trading ability a little bit. So my main monitor are my main 2 watches, and that's the one I'm staring at the most. My other 2, I peek at it, and those are some side plays I'll watch. Alright, we got 2 more minutes till we open on up. So we got 350 resistance. You guys can see this 350 mark has been causing YUMA some trouble. Each time it comes up to this mark, it looks a little bit weak. Also, we do have T2 as well. That one is on short potential on short watch. Obviously, depending on how the price action and volume looks, if this thing starts trading huge baseline volume, I'll probably avoid. Alright, we have YUMA right at that 350 mark. We'll see. This thing's starting to push. Man, I think I stopped out right there at 305. That was my entry. Obviously, I have no regrets. My plan was to break even and just hit that 305 mark. So I did get a little unlucky there, but it is what it is. Still made some good cash on it. Solid trade. So over that 350 mark now. Our market is open. Huge stuff right out of the gates on YUMA. Right back at 325, but see, bids are stacked. Is this thing halted? I hope not. I hope that's not the case for YUMA here. Wow. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. That was pretty crazy there on YUMA. You guys see that? That thing just got halted to the downside right out of the open. That's pretty bizarre. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. That's gonna hurt the play a little bit. That kind of stinks, it puts a lot of fear into traders, Being in that halt on the downside is very scary. So, pretty bizarre thing that happened right there on YUMA. I guess we just had a big seller step in, unload some shares, and now we're halted to the downside. So, a little bit unfortunate there, what happened there on YUMA. Let's check out, FRAN. Crap. T2 dumping. I was thinking about starting in pre-market. I didn't. FRAN, big stuff move there as well at that $12 mark. So nice job if anyone caught T2 short there. Personally, I didn't. 176 now. But you guys can see nice little higher float ATM short. You can see I had trouble a few times here at $2. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And you can see it open, it just dumped, no pop at all to get short into. So sometimes that happens, you won't get that short to pop into, and the play will go without you. All right, so let's see. FRAN, kind of near that $10 mark. I feel like this is where it's. You probably want to see it start to bounce here if it's gonna make that reversal. Right at this $10 mark. Below that we could see some panic selling kicking in. So let's see, how's ABIO doing? Because now, I'm not saying YUMA is done for sure, but usually these downside halts really kill a lot of momentum. So do you have to be cautious now on that one? So you guys could see so far, we haven't seen anything set on up. T2, we didn't get that pop to short into. YUMA now halted on the downside. FRAN did kind of come close to that $10 mark that we were eyeing down, but 1060 is a little bit too far from that $10 mark. And ABIO, let's see how ABIO is looking. ABIO, very weak volume out of the open, doing 50k bars. It's trying to bounce off this 650 mark, but just the volume is so light. The spreads are big. It's a little bit tough to get myself into something like that. EROS, this is one I did mention. EROS for a swing off the week open. You can see I really like this daily chart a lot on EROS. Really like that daily chart. Someone actually mentioned me in oh, look at this. ABIO over 7, but still the volume is very light. You can see the volume is very light on that pop. So when you see a pop like that, good chance that it will stuff. Let's see if it stuffs. So it's fighting here. It's trying. It's definitely trying. Just if you guys, I don't have the level 2 up, but if you're looking at the spreads right now on ABIO, it's just very, very wide. It's hard to get yourself into something like that, Very tough. And there's that pullback back to 680s now. So you could see how we avoid stuff like that, It's just not enough volume. Spreads are big. Oh, here's YUMA. YUMA is open. YUMA is open. Also, do want to keep my eye on EROS and VXRT. Yeah, I did see that stock block. LRX and what was that other one? EROS. So I don't want to watch those for swings. Look at this YUMA. YUMA just being a crazy play right now. You would have thought that you would have had a gap down off that halt. So YUMA being really strange this morning. Halted to the downside. You expecting a gap down, and now it's gapped up. Pretty bizarre stuff here on YUMA. Side note, FRAN's curling a little bit too. ABIO is still holding over 7. So you have a few plays right now. You have a few plays right now. And there's FRAN 1170. So coming up to these highs, off that $10 mark that we mentioned. Wow, look at YUMA. This is crazy, man. Insane. Coming up to 4 now. I did call this out live in the Discord. Make sure you guys are in the Discord if you're not. I called this out at 3:05, a buyer alert pre-market. I just got very unlucky with my break even stop. It hit that 3:05 mark and I had to stop out. But still made profit on it, so I'm not complaining. But make sure you guys are up early. I'm calling out some of these plays very early in pre-market over in Discord. Links below in the description if you guys aren't in Discord. I did start some small guys on EROS. I did start some small here on my live account. Do have a 238 entry right here on my live account. My swing trading account, very small right now. Only have like 1,500 shares at the moment. If we do start to dip on down, I'll look to add. But this is a swing trade on EROS. I really like this daily chart. I am seeing a bidder here on EROS, so I'm gonna look to hold this one on my swing trading account. Not a day trade, so it's totally different. It's a swing trade. I'm testing the waters. It's a small account, so it's different from what I usually do. I'm just trying to build a separate swing trading account. So it's not. And if you guys are asking, oh Nick, like what kind of strategy or like playbook setup it is, I'm just testing the waters with some swing trading strategies. I like this daily chart. I'm seeing a bidder. And here we go, Euro's 255. So looking pretty good right now on that swing trading call. I did call it out too in Discord. But alright, I'm gonna stop focusing on this, even though I am in the trade. I want to focus on day trading right now. So let's see what YUMA is doing. So good, you guys to see 400k bars there on YUMA. Definitely doing the volume we need for a long something like this. But I mean you can't be buying up here. You don't want to be buying at $4. So man, Euros is looking really strong right now. Man, so 415 on YUMA. I mean, what could we really say about YUMA? It was just a very bizarre open. It had that halt to the downside, so we had to be cautious. Usually we do see gap downs after something like that, and it was just very strange how it just shot back on up, and now it's back over 4. So I mean, I feel like unless you were you're in pre-market, or maybe you played the break at 350, or you played the pullback to 350, you could have got in. But I didn't see any areas for me that I could have got into this. So I mean, there's nothing I could really say on YUMA. Just that it's being a beast of a move so far. It's over $4, and congrats to anyone if you guys are in on the play. These aren't buying levels up here. These are scaling out levels. Here's T2 going back up to 190. Wow, YUMA 440 is just insane. You guys can see the power of the high institutional low float. You know, similar setup yesterday to FRAN. You know, high institutional ownership. You know, decent amount of short float and a low float. So similar setup to yesterday on FRAN. Coming up to pre-market highs now. I mean, it's just very extended right now. I wouldn't buy over 40 and wait for some sort of pullback to like 350, possibly even lower. Given the FOMO, I'm not giving in the FOMO. Let's see ABIO right here. Just so light on volume right here. Coming up to the 750 mark on ABIO. So right now I'm just looking around, guys. Just looking around. ABIO coming up to 750, but volume is too light on me to take this long. If anything, it'll be more of a possible short off the 750 mark with a very tight stop. Let's see. Other than that, YUMA just crazy. Nothing else I could say about this. Just bizarre halt out of the gates. Just bizarre that it even gapped up and shot up to 4. So this one we need some sort of pullback. Before we can get involved with this one. Previous support. Previous resistance now gonna act as resistance. So previous resistance now gonna act as new support. So we could watch it. On a pullback to like this 350 mark on YUMA. So we'll watch it on the pullback, and there's ABIO. There's ABIO. This looks similar to like CANF yesterday. You guys remember CANF yesterday? Looks pretty similar. Like the level 2 in the chart looks pretty similar, right? To CANF yesterday. So you could definitely see this one, fade even further on ABIO. Was thinking about a 740 short, just didn't pull the trigger. Just didn't pull it. Was considering that 740 short off that 750 mark. YUMA, wow, just insane on YUMA. Cool. I think the volume is too light on cool, and yep, like you said, it's not a day two. Yeah, LXRX. Haven't forgot about that one. Ah, yeah, EBIO. Come on. I was thinking about a possible reshort into a rejection off the highs, but looks like it is dumping on EBIO. So we had a lot of good ideas this morning, a lot of good trading plans, just nothing came to us, and that's fine. Sometimes the trade's not going to come to you, and you have to let the trade come to you. You can't force it. Same thing with T2. T2, I wanted that short. I wanted that pop out of the open. Just didn't get it. YUMA, we wanted that dip buy off $3 off that 280 mark. Just got halted out of the gates. We didn't get it. Sometimes it's going to happen. It's not going to go accordingly to your plan, and you don't want to deviate from your plan and then start taking random trades that wasn't a part of your game plan. If you guys watched my video yesterday, I mentioned that GBR sympathy play. This is an energy stock too, so we could definitely see GBR get pumped here. Energy stock. YUMA's an energy stock. We could see this thing start to go on GBR. And yeah, guys, YUMA's up almost 200% now, and it hasn't had any pullback, so I'm not gonna be buying here. So, for those asking, no one should be buying here up at 490. This is the just extremely overextended. You don't want to be buying up here at 490. This is how you blow up accounts, and this is how you lose money in the stock market. Buying, getting in the FOMO, buying at the top. Let the rookie traders, let the newbies buy them, but we're smarter than that. We're not gonna be buying up here at 490, giving in the FOMO. Sockbox, very good, nice. First name, I know you're joking with me. I know you're trying to be a jokester there. Yes, if you guys are wondering, I'm not for my main account, my main day trading account. I'm not in any trades right now. My swing trading account, I am in on euros. Do have a two about right around here. This 239 mark. So a 239 entry, very small size on euros. Looking for a swing trade. Love this daily chart, beautiful. And VXR. What was the other one? Oh, crap, I wrote it down. LXRX. Yep. LXRX. Another one with swing potential. So I am watching this one for a possible swing trade as well on my other account. ABI killed me. Huh. ABIO, I knew it. I knew it, ABIO. I knew you were going to fade on us. And didn't pull the trigger. Happens. Sometimes, you're going to... Sometimes you freeze up a little and you're going to miss a trade. And it's going to happen. Even experienced traders like me, it's going to happen. Didn't pull the trigger, ABIO. Was thinking about a 740 short, risking 750. Just the low float and the... Just looking at this former run just got to my head a little bit. And I didn't pull the trigger. But clearly this volume was fader volume. This was fader volume. This volume did not show me that this thing was in a rip on up today. And clearly it stuffed and now it's back at 670. But just looking at that and looking at that just scared me off a little bit, and I didn't pull the trigger. And it is what it is. EROS. But I'll let you guys know, and I'm always honest with you guys. You know, my specialty, where I make my money, is day trading. Doing what I'm doing right now. Trading YUMA, trading FRAN, trading ABIO. This is my specialty. This is where I make majority of my money. Swing trading, I'm working on it. You know, it's not something that I'm the best at. I'm not a good. I wouldn't say I'm a bad swing trader. You know, I swung stocks before, but that's not my specialty. So I just want to let you guys know that. You know, you guys want to know who's great at swing trades? Come to Life and Chat. He kills it. You know. If anything, you guys want to be following his alerts, not mine. Euros. Oh, look at this, FRAN over 12 now. So FRAN here. But yeah, what was I saying? And oh yeah, just I just want to let you guys know that swing trading is not my specialty. I'm not bad at it, but like I said, day trading is my where I make my money. So I'm just working on that swing trading skill I'm on. Just looking to improve. And that's why I'm playing with small size. I think I have 1,500 shares on Eros. Alright, you guys can see. So far it's been a hot morning, but as far as for me, nothing is set up yet. Nothing is set up. Corey, you kind of answered your own question right there. Kind of answered your own question. You'll know, man. Once you build that Excel sheet, you'll know if you're getting lucky or skill. So, let's see. First name. Yeah, this is my full-time job. It's how I make all my income. I am looking to do some other things to build some income as well. I don't recommend trading to be your only source of income. Yeah, and you could get to that point eventually where you can make it to your full time income. But I recommend that you guys have a main job and do this on the side for a while until you become consistent. It's a little different for me. I'm a younger guy, only 20, so I have the benefit of being able to live with my parents right now, and I don't have to worry about some serious expenses. So definitely wait till you guys you find some consistency to do this full time. I get that question a lot. Last thing you want to do is quit your job, do this full time, and it doesn't work out for you. Corey, thanks, man. Take it easy on your end as well. Oh, nice. You're 20 also. Cool. It's cool to have some people my age in here. Uh, what was your profession full time before day trading? Well, I was a college student, so I didn't really, have like a full time job. I was in college and I did really well trading my first year, and I dropped out to pursue this full time. ABIO 650s. So that one was a really really nice hit right there on ABIO. If anyone took that. Eros, a little bit of a pullback here. All right, Matt. So you are full time. Hope the best for you in your trading career. I'm here to help any of you guys. So, if you guys have any questions, DM me. I'd love to help you guys out. What dollar amount did I start off? I originally, you guys could watch. I have a podcast. I did I did a few months ago, and it kind of tells you about my background and a little bit about Alex's background too. But basically, I started. I first opened my account in high school with like $500. That first account, I did build it up to like 1,000, 1,500, and then I blew it up. So my first account, I did blow it up. Uh, then I worked really hard that summer, at a local beach. So I was like the maintenance guy at the beach club, and then I was able to make a few $1,000 doing that. And I also was I still do it now a little. I do like sports betting. I'm pretty good at it. So I built a lot of money betting on sports games, and I use that money as well to open a new account with 4K. So I started off with $4,000 on my second account. All right, let's see. YUMA. Yeah, so YUMA is really not going to have it's gonna have some room to fall here back to like this $4 mark. Then we do have our EMA lines there at that 380 mark. You guys can see here this 380 mark, but the level I really like on YUMA is like 350. You guys are wondering, where I would possibly buy this, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to buy this just yet. Would be like this 350 mark. So it'll come down to like 350. We could see it hold this EMA lines here, so we could see like 370, 380 base. So you could, look for like 370s, 380s, risking 350 if you want to do that. But definitely not going to be buying up here on YUMA. What sports do I bet on? I bet on basketball and a little bit of football. Right now it's 10. No trade since the market opened. I did have one trade this morning on YUMA. Made $500, so still looking, but I'm not seeing anything right now. A lot of the plays didn't pan out as I wanted to. Also, if you guys don't know, do have a second channel, options channel. Alex does live stream there, and he is gonna post a like an IRL video. He did take a trip to New York City. He kind of walked around, just talked a little about his trading and how he started. So if you guys are interested in something like that, Alex is gonna post that video probably tonight or tomorrow. So it's a cool little IRL video that I think you guys would enjoy if you guys are interested in stuff like that. Oh, Nelson, man, there's no stupid questions. You guys should ask anything. Uh, so what I did was originally I built up my account, got over PDT. Then once I got it to like 60 or 70 grand, I started taking some out. Uh, so like once I got it to it was like right around that like 60, 70 grand. That was like the first time I actually like pulled money out. I didn't pull any money out, to be honest, guys. I just wanted to grow it as much as I can until get it to a large amount. Once I got there, I think it was like 60 grand, and then I pulled out 20K, so pulled it back to 40. Then I kind of repeated the same thing. So it was at 40, built to like 60, 70, pulled out 20 grand, went back to 40, and I just kept on repeating that process. So paying myself, along the way. And I kind of still do the same thing. So once I get to a certain point, I pull it out, I restart, and then I keep repeating that process. Just need a drink, guys. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so, I don't, you guys think like I have like a 400K account. I don't. Right now, I think I have, I have $65,000 in my account if you guys are interested. So I don't have a massive account right now. That's enough for me to make good money. 60 grand is perfect. Eventually, when I start to build up more income, I'll grow that account and start trading bigger size. But right now, that's why I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable with the size I'm taking. When I start to get, you know, 10,000 shares more, like I just feel a little uncomfortable. That's a little too much size for my liking. So, I'm pretty comfortable taking like 4 or 5,000 shares, and that's great, man. You have 5,000 shares, make 20 cents. That's $1,000. So I mean, you can make a lot of money just trading like 20, 30K positions. And these things have crazy serious range. You guys see it every day. YUMA up almost 200%. You're in at $3. 5K shares, now it's at 4. You're up 5 grand. It's crazy, man. So you really don't need a lot of size to make money, good money on these plays. Off topic, but I'm trying to get into real estate investing. Yeah, I definitely want to also get into real estate in the future as well. Do I trade options? No, I do not trade options. Sometimes I'll do like a little option swing trade, but as far as day trading them, I don't do anything like that. BYND, I traded options a lot on that one. Sometimes if Alex gives me a pick, I'll swing. He's like, Alex may tell me, he's like, Nick, swing on the video, get these weekly calls on it. He's like, all right, and I'll get the calls. Alex is a great option trader, so he's gonna give me advice. I'm gonna take it. ABIO 630s. Hope you guys see why ABIO faded. There's no edge, getting YUMA up here either. I don't really see an edge buying it here at 430. Trying to hold view up. Fannie Mae for a swing. I don't really have any opinion on it. I haven't researched the company or anything about it. You could ask Come to Life in chat. He could definitely help you out with him with that. I think that's a swing trade. Right now, my swing is EROS. That's the stock that I'm swinging right now. FRAN putting in some new highs here. FRAN 1250s. So FRAN was nice off that $10 dip buy. Let's see, YUMA trying to get a little bounce here. What's my entry for Euros? I'm in at 239 right now in Euros, risking off that $2 mark. Target will be over $3, so that'll be my target on. If it comes down to like 220s, maybe look to add a little bit more. You're risking that $2 line. Alright, it's 10:10 right now. Action's a little slow right now. So maybe I'll give the stream to like 10:30 unless we see something set on up. I'll stay a little longer. And we are coming close to the fall months. Fall is right around the corner, and fall and the winter historically been the hottest month of for small caps. So very excited for October trading, November trading. It's gonna be exciting. That's the best time. That's the time when I kick up my share size. Right now I'm on average share size, but usually when that time kicks in, I'll step up the share size and I'll go full force. Yeah, that's where I make majority of my money in the past. Usually, fall and winter, I make a lot of money. Spring, summer, kind of a little slow months. Maybe I'll have a red month here and there, but majority of my money does come from fall and winter. So definitely exciting for that we're coming up to that time. And I've never seen my past 3 years of trading. I've never seen a slow fall or winter. Hopefully, you don't jinx anything, but we'll see if this year repeats that same process. Duke, I'm not sure if you're watching the stream. Hopefully you are, but you asked the question in Discord. As far as the day trade, I'm not really seeing anything for a day trade. For a swing, let me look at the chart. All right, for a swing, it's trying to curl on up a little bit here. It's gonna need to get over that $2 mark, and then it's gonna have some resistance here in the upper $2 range. You're gonna have a lot of resistance, big resistance here, and have some resistance there. So it's gonna have a lot of overhead. So right now, I don't really like the swing trading idea at the moment. But maybe if they have a press release and some news comes out, then maybe you can go from there. But I mean, you really have room to run to here before you're gonna hit a big wall. So maybe you could get maybe 30, 40 cents out of it max. Whenever you guys see something like this that's got on a former run recently, usually never a good thing if you see it come if you see a gap on up so soon, because it's gonna have a lot of overhead. Like there's people still stuck from this. That's a lot of freaking volume right there. That's like an 80 million volume there right there. So that's a lot of volume that's stuck there. And when you come up to that area, what do you think's gonna happen? People who are still in here are gonna look to unload. Yeah, that's why I like Eros. Eros doesn't have any resistance. Same thing with FRAN had no resistance. Yuma had a little resistance, but it's a little different when the float's this low. When the float's this low, it's very easy for it to just trample over these big bag holders. So all these bag holders here, with the float being this low, it's still easy for it to be pushed around. Not saying it won't. Is it gonna run into some bag holder resistance? It will, but the float's pretty low, so it's not gonna be as strong. That makes sense. So speaking of Yuma, we are coming down. So this is where we would want to see Yuma bounce. Yuma, I would say between this 370 390 mark on Yuma. This would probably be where you'd want to look for a possible bounce if you guys do like the play, and I would say you kind of got to give it to like that 350 line, to be honest. You do got to give it some wiggle room. Maybe smaller entries and then add if it starts to push. Could be an option. Gene, any idea about E-Trade? Uh, I mean, as far as day trading on E-Trade, and I love E-Trade. Don't get me wrong. Uh, that's not the best platform to like day trade on. You know, the executions are pretty slow, and you know they don't even have. They do have hotkeys, but you know it's not the best. I use E-Trade for level twos. I absolutely love their level two. I've been using their level two for over 3 years now, and honestly, I can't really trade without their level two. I mean, I can, but you know, it's just one of those things. You know, I've been looking at the same level two for 3 years, and just so used to it. Really like it, so that's why I use E-Trade. I just use them for level twos. I I mean, I do use them for options. They're good. Alex says they're great for options. You know, TradeStation and E-Trade are good for options. I mean, if you're swing trading, I mean, there's nothing wrong with using E-Trade. You know, it's not like you need a when you're swing trading, you don't need a fast execution. So, I mean, if you're swing trading on it, it's fine. But if you're day trading, it's not the best. Oh, and of course, yeah, E Trade. You know, they don't. You can't even short on E Trade. So let's see, Yuma 390s. So coming up to the areas that I think it could bounce around. You see how we're patient and we don't buy. We don't give in the FOMO at 420s. You know, we wait for our levels. They come to our levels, and then we buy. You know, that's how you gotta trade. You gotta be patient. Let's see, Ero's back at 250. So still sitting on my Euro swing. So let's see. Let me look around. Check out Discord. See what everyone's doing. And you guys don't have to look for a dip buy. I'm just speaking. Just out loud. You don't have to look for a dip buy here. You could just wait for a reclaim and push. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So you could either look for the dip buy, and this is if you like Yuma. If you don't like Yuma, then avoid, or it's not. If it's not part of your trading strategy, then avoid. But Yuma coming around to the dip buy levels that I like. I'm just speaking in my head right now. So like this is like my thought process. So I'm like, all right, Yuma coming around to my dip buy levels, 380s, 370s. These are the kind of levels that I would be interested in buying. I could look for a dip buy, or I could look for a reclaim, maybe around 11 o'clock, or maybe around 2 p.m. for a reclaim and push. Those are kind of my thoughts right now. Thinking about buying 380s, 370s, or I'm thinking about waiting for a reclaim on strong volume and push to get long. So that's kind of my thought process right now. And this is when the trap sets in. This is when shorts think it's dead. Meanwhile, it's coming down to the support line that we always wanted. And this is where rookie shorts get fooled. They start hammering in here instead of waiting for the line in the sand to crack. I'd probably say the line in the sand on this thing. I'd probably say below $3. I'd probably say below $3. It's toast on Yuma. Maybe you could say 350. But this is where a lot of rookie shorts would get gonna get burned here. Especially if this thing traps here. Which brokers do I recommend? I recommend Center Point, Cobra Trading, Speed Trader, and Trade Zero. Those are my top four brokers, I would say. IB's not bad. IB's good. IB's, I would say the best brokers for someone under the PDT rule would be Interactive Brokers and Venom Trading. And Venom Trading's through Cobra Trading. And some people say, I got to call an X, but some people say that what's it called, Trade Zero, you can open an account if you're a U.S. resident under 25K. If that's true, I would say Trade Zero 100%. If you're outside the U.S., definitely go with Trade Zero. Gene, really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, don't worry. Velocity is going nowhere. Don't worry. We're not gonna go on any more breaks. Coho, that is what I thought. I thought that as well. I thought 25K was needed for Trade Zero in the U.S. But I had actually multiple people tell me that that's changed now and that you can have under 25K for U.S. So I think I got to call and get to the bottom of that. Because I don't want to be spreading any false information because I am getting different answers here. They're on drug. That's a little extreme. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I thought that too. I thought you needed 25K for US, but I literally had like 5 or 6 people tell me that you could have under 25K. So, I don't know. Look at Yuma here. Yuma, what is it doing? Bouncing right at our lines right there. So you guys see that right there, Yuma? Bounce where? Right at our lines. Right at that 370, 380 mark. So let's see if we're going to get the strong volume push now. And I hope you guys see why we said that 390 to like 370 mark could be a buy zone. And look at Yuma now. So now this is a big mark right here on Yuma. Coming up to VWAP, we saw this happen yesterday on FRAN. You guys remember we bought in here right now at FRAN, and it did stuff. It did stuff. What we want to see is a high volume break over VWAP, and then a pullback, and that's the entry level right there. Or the entry was before, right at that 380, 390 bounce, like we said. I mean, if you guys are happy with your gains, you guys got in 380s, 390s, boom, you're up a quick 30, 40 cents. Lock it on in. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's going to stuff here at VWAP, and it definitely could stuff here at VWAP. Let's see if 4 bases. We'll see if $4 starts the base, make shorts a little uncomfy. I'm paying attention to the volume right now. You guys, make sure you guys are watching the volume right now. The volume is still a little bit light. Still a little bit light. If you guys look up this pattern and you study this pattern, you want to see a high volume break over view up over that key $4 mark. So usually when we break over this $4 mark here, it's a high volume break. And then you could look for a dip buy, but you could see so far the volume's been a little bit light. That could definitely change. I hate when these start to slowly grind up. That does bother me, but it's possible that we could see this slow grinder up. Anyone take that bounce? That bounce play? Let me know. High volume break. See these 1 minute bars. You want to see these 1 minute bars much higher than what it is right now. So when we break over $4 or break over view up, I like to see a like a 200K plus bar, 300K plus bar on that break. We didn't really see that here. It looks like this is one of those slow grinders. Looks like it's one of those slow grinders gonna grind the heck out of shorts all the way up. And sometimes we see that. You could see it's just slowly moving on up. Not seeing that rapid pace squeeze here. And it's just sometimes where sometimes you want to trust in the overall judgment of your trade. The overall judgment of your stock. If you like YUMA, I think today is gonna be a squeeze on it. Heck, go for your 380 dip buy and risk off your 350 line. And I didn't do that. And I wanted to wait for this reclaim, this high volume reclaim. We didn't get it, and now it's at 440s. I'd probably be selling right here if I was in. If I was in right now, if I got in 380s, 390s, I'd probably be looking to sell right around here on YUMA. So what can we see next on YUMA? We could just see this thing grind all the way up to 5. That's possible. Or we could see, pullback to 4. Base, put in a higher low, and then slowly build like an ascending triangle pattern all the way up to like 450. I think that would probably be the best bet. If we pull back here,
hold at $4, put in a higher low, put in another higher low like 420, and then maybe like 11:30, squeeze over 450, and boom, off to the races. That would probably be the best case scenario. That's what I'd probably want to see on YUMA. Because it's nice because if he puts in a higher low here 4, starts to bounce, consolidate for a little bit, then you have a set risk off this 385 level. See, that's nice. If you could get in at like 405, risk 20 cents below this 385. It's a good risk level, a good clear cut risk level, and you're buying a bullish looking pattern here for a possible squeeze. But I think 4 needs the base. I don't want to see this thing back below 4. I think 4 needs the base. If this is gonna squeeze now, if it's gonna squeeze within the next hour, I would like to see 4 hold. If it cracks, it's not done. It could still hold this 350 line, and then maybe like a 2 p.m. ripper. And these are just thoughts going through my head. I'm not saying any of this is gonna happen. No one really knows what's exactly gonna happen. We just have to react, and we just have to react. So right now it's 10:33. Maybe I'll give it another 10 more minutes. I said I was gonna wrap it up at 10:30, but maybe I'll give it another 10 more minutes. See what happens here on YUMA. DPW. Not really seeing anything going on in DPW right now. Looking pretty dead right now. The chart's pretty beat. They go on a recent run. Only up 2%. A lot of these plays need news, so could see a play you like, but it's not really going to do too much unless it has news. And I always give my honest opinion. I don't want anyone to think like I'm being mean. I just like giving my honest opinion on some of these plays. Oh, I'm very sorry, Emily. Uh, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. DPW does have news. That was weird. On my level 2, it didn't pop up. Just popped up now. So I apologize about that. I see DPW Holdings acquires the rights to blockchain lab. So we do have a headline here on DPW. All right, cool. Yeah. So DPW needs to get over that 325 line. Try to complete this red to green move on DPW. It needs a little bit better volume. The volume's pretty weak on it right now, but it could definitely look to make this move sometime today on DPW. Right, it's 10:36. 10:36. Probably give it another 5 or 6 minutes. See what YUMA does here. See if this puts in this high or low on YUMA. The next line's gonna be 450, so 450 is the next line. The tape's looking pretty slow on it. Looking pretty slow, the tape. Volume's looking pretty weak. Well, we'll see. That's how FRAN looked yesterday. You guys remember FRAN? The tape looked pretty weak, and then all of a sudden, boom, went into squeeze mode. So sometimes you'll see it. You'll see it happen. That's why sometimes tape reading can be pretty tough, and it could be deceiving. These plays could look pretty weak and just kind of a trap, to for shorts. All right, so let's see if $4 line's gonna hold. $4 line needs to hold here on YUMA. All right, so 4 trying to hold right now. T2 with a sneaky move. That's that institutional ownership right there. These are tough, guys. These are tough to short. These high institutional plays. I'm telling you, these are tough ones to short. You can't get greedy on these plays. So T2 just a squeeze from out of nowhere there on T2. But all right, it's 10:40. I'll probably give it another 2 more minutes, and I'll wrap it up for this morning. I'll be watching YUMA throughout lunch hours. If I ever get into YUMA, I'll let you guys know in Discord. So make sure you guys are over there in Discord. So if you guys have any last questions, feel free to ask before I wrap up today's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, big dump there on FRAN. Big dump there on FRAN back at 11. Here comes Yuma. Did put in that higher low there, $4. So 450 is gonna be that crucial resistance line now in Yuma. We gotta break above that 450 mark. You guys can see 450 once, twice, 3 times. So we have some tough resistance there. Oh, AJ, that was my volume analysis table. It just tells me what type of volume's needed to look for a long, and what volume needed when I'm looking for a potential short on certain setups. So like for example, like for a $4 stock, I'll have a table of what 1 minute baseline volume I look for a potential long. Alright, so we'll give Yuma another minute here. We'll see if this breaks over 450. If not, I'll probably wrap it up. Boom, there's Yuma, 470, wow. So Yuma squeezing right now. Great job if anyone caught that $4 dip buy on that higher low, or if anyone caught the 370, 380 dip buy on this initial drop. I didn't trade it, but great job for anyone who caught this. We did call this all out. I did call this all out, during the live stream. So you can see it's a nice volume bar we just put in there on Yuma. Nice 300K push. So great job for everyone who caught it. So great job everyone today. We had some nice calls today, and it was a fun day of trading. I didn't have the best overall day as far as P&L wise, but that's not what matters. P&L is not everything. I did have a nice trade on Yuma pre-market, and just sticking on to my Euro swing. Excuse me. But alright, I think that's going to wrap it up. Yuma kind of in squeeze mode right now. So we'll be eyeing this one throughout the morning. And that being said, I'm probably going to wrap up the stream right now. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all in Discord, and I'll see you all also back tomorrow on the stream. First thing, we back at it again tomorrow. So I hope everyone has a great day. Peace.